Hi, as a part of Python programming, in this lecture we see how to create a tuple. Okay, so before creating a tuple, first of all we see what exactly is tuple in Python. See, tuples are used to store the multiple items in a single variable. Okay, and tuple is one of the four build data types in Python used to store collection of data like others we have, right? Like list, set, dictionary. As you know, in Python we have four building data types. We store the collection of data like set, list, dictionary, and tuple. Tuple is the one of the kind of that one. Okay. So tuple is a collection. See, one more thing, the collection of a few characteristics. That is the tuple is a collection which is ordered, unchangeable means immutable, and it allows duplicate. And one more is that it is indexed. Okay, indexed. Okay. The characteristics of the tuple is the ordered, unchangeable means immutable, allows duplicate, and indexed means what is immutable means once you add, okay, you cannot remove it. Okay, so that is the immutable means you cannot able to change it here. The value. Okay, that is immutable here. And tuples are written by the round brackets. As you know, list or when you're creating a list, we are using the square brackets. Whereas when you're creating the set, we are using the flower brackets. In the same case, when you're creating a tuples, we had to use the round brackets here. Okay, these are the four main things about the tuples. Now we are going to create a tuple in Python here. So for example, I am opening the VS Code Jupyter notebook to write the code here. So first we create the first one is to create the tuple. To create the tuple in Python. Okay. So as you know, so I give one variable name as T1. Okay, this is a variable name, and I created tuple using the round brackets here. So you have to use the round brackets. Okay, now I creating a tuple of all of strings here. So I give the names Ramesh, comma Nidis, comma Pritham. So I'm adding the three strings in the tuple. So I'm creating a tuple and collection of data is a three strings here. Okay, now I want to print here. So I want to print the tuple here. Yes, this is to print the tuple. And I want to know the type of this T1. Okay, type of this T1, we know that it is a tuple, but I want to print that one. So I say print and I use a method called type and I provide the variable name here T1. Okay, I'm printing the uh, data type of I want to know the data type of T1 here. And next one, I want to print the length. So I want to know length of the tuple here. So just use a method called len, give the name of the tuple. In this case, it is a T1. Okay. So this is the three print statement I am using to first is to print the tuple and to know the type of the T1 variable, and next is to know the length of the tuple means I want to know the number of values in my tuple here. So click on run. So if you see the output, it says it has printed the tuple here. Ramesh, Nitish, Preetham means it followed the order and type. See what is the type of a T1 is class tuple and length of the tuple is 3 means it contains the 3 values here. So this is how we can able to create the tuple. Okay. Now I want to create one more tuple. Okay. So what I will do, I add one more the code cell here. Okay. Here I want to create a tuple, say the T2 of numerical type here. So we have to use tuple creation by using round values. So value what I will do 90, comma 56, comma 100. So I'm creating a tuple of with int variables here. Okay, int values here. Okay, now I want to fit the same thing. I just copy this one, the print statements, and just change the variable name. Just set from T1 to T2. Print it here. So the tuple has the values 90, 56, 10. So I have printed the tuple here. And the type is a class tuple and length is 3. Okay. Now I want to create one more tuple of type boolean here. So I say T3 equals, so round brackets. Okay. Now I say true, true, false, true. Okay. Now once again I want to print this T3 tuple. So I'm creating a tuple of boolean type here. Just update with the tuple here from T3, T2 to 33. Just run it here. So this tuple contains the boolean values, true, false, true. Okay. So we print the tuple here. Now what I want to create, I want to create tuple with the mixture of data types here. So I say T4. What I will do, the values has first value I give as string Ramesh, and his age is 45. Okay. Suppose you say his GPS score is a 98.9999. Okay, this is GPS score, and I give billion value as 2. Okay, so here I'm using all the data types here. Okay, so string, int, float, and boolean here, and I want to print this tuple here. So use copy this print statement and view here. So instead of T3, just update to T4. So I want to print the T4 tuple and length of the tuple here. Okay. Now, if I click on run, it says I printed the tuple. That is a Ramesh, but 45, 98.99, true. And the class, what's the type of this tuple is the of T4 is the class tuple, and length of this tuple is the 4. Okay. This is how we get able to create the tuple in Python.